Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to discuss about a very important subject, that is economics. So what is economics? Economics is often regarded as the queen of social science. It has acquired a great importance in recent years because it explains some of the very important issues faced by individuals as well as by the society. So, it is very essential and appropriate as a starting point to know what economics is all about or what the subject matter of economics is. We know that every science is concerned with a subject. Biology is concerned with biological issues like the evolution of living organism and all. Physics deals with matter and energy. Political science deals with political issues like the nature of state and government. Therefore, it is natural for us to ask the basic question, what do we study in economics or what is the subject matter of economics? We can see that economics as a social science is concerned with economic questions. It seeks to explain systematically a large variety of questions pertaining to economic behavior of individuals, society and the economy. As individuals, we have many economic questions in our daily life. That is, how do producers decide which commodities to produce, or how to produce, or what determines the level of wages, or why do the government employees demand higher DNS allowance, or why do the developing economies face the problem of deficit, or what policies need to be followed to curb inflation. So these are some of the questions which we study in economics. So economists, they are deeply concerned with such questions. So such a listing of questions may give you some idea about the subject matter of economics. It may also make you realize why the subject of economics has acquired such a place of preeminence or importance in these days. So study of economics is very important because it deals with economic questions that concern each one of us in our daily life. We study economics because it sheds light on various economic issues and it enables us to understand the current economic problems and consequences of various economic policies pursued by the government. So the goal of economics is to evolve policies that might prevent or solve various problems like unemployment, inflation, underdevelopment, etc. So I'm directly moving on to the major definition of economics. The first definition of economics was put forward by Adam Smith. And who is Adam Smith? Adam Smith, a Scottish philosopher and economist, is often regarded as the father of economics. And he is well known for his classic work, An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nation. And it is considered to be the first modern work of economics, and it remained the most important book on the subject of economics. Adam Smith is considered as the founder symbol of free market economy, and he is the supporter of laissez-faire policy. The writings of Adam Smith have had a profound impact on the modern economics. So Adam Smith defined economics as a science which inquires into the nature and causes of wealth of nation. So in his famous book, An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nation, published in 1776, he emphasized production, growth and distribution of wealth as a subject matter of economics. So he gave more importance to production, growth and distribution of wealth. There are certain features for wealth definition. It is the study of wealth. It examines the causes of wealth. It considers economic man who is aware of his self-interest. So the first feature of wealth definition is that it is the study of wealth. So according to wealth definition, economics is the study of wealth only. That is, the main object of economics is to examine how people earn wealth and how they spend it. So wealth has been made the focal point of the study in economics, or wealth has been made the important point of study in economics by the classical economist. That is the first feature, study of wealth. Second one is, it examines the causes of wealth. That is, economics seeks to examine causes which led to an increase of wealth. So how can we increase the wealth? Wealth can be increased by its production and accumulation. So Adam Smith gave more importance to examine the causes of wealth. The third important feature of wealth definition is that it considers economic man who is aware of his self-interest. That is, the wealth definition of economics consider an economic man who is always aware of his self-interest. The economic man tries to achieve his self-interest by increasing his material gains through acquisition of wealth. That is, he is giving more importance to material gains only, not for any other non-material gains like non-material things like education or any other service. Giving more importance only to material things. That is also one of the important feature of wealth definition. So there are certain criticisms of wealth definition. The first criticism involved too much emphasis on materialism. So classical economists, they came in for bitter criticism from many thinkers of that time, particularly John Ruskin, and they alleged that by defining economics as a science of wealth, classical economists have ignored the higher values of life, that is happiness, love, affection, etc. So they emphasize that happy living should be the end of human efforts. That is also one of the important criticism against wealth definition. The another criticism is narrow view of wealth. That is, the major criticism leveled against classical economists is that they have defined wealth in a very narrow and restricted sense. So wealth, according to them, consists of material or tangible goods. So they have completely excluded non-material goods or services like health and education from the definition of wealth. So by taking such a restricted definition of wealth, the classical economists have narrowed down the subject matter of economics. So that is one of the major criticism against wealth definition. The third important criticism against wealth definition is it gives secondary place to man. That is another shortcoming of wealth definition. That is, it has given undue emphasis on wealth, and in the process it has reduced man to a secondary place. So that is one of the important criticism of wealth definition. Next one is it ignored the problem of scarcity. That is, the wealth definition of economics ignore the basic cause of economic activity, namely the relative scarcity. The relative scarcity is the cause of economic activity. So the wealth definition ignore the basic cause of economic activity, namely the relative scarcity of economic resources. I hope this video will be very useful to viewers. In the next video, I will come with other important definition put forward by Alfred Marshall and Leonard Robbins. And for the viewers, I would like to share a quote. That is, according to John Robin, the purpose of studying economics is not to acquire a set of ready-made answers to economic questions, but to learn how to avoid being deceived by economists. Thank you so much. Please subscribe my channel for further valuable notification and see you in the next video. Thank you.